Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we got a full baseball slate to go over here for this Wednesday, and should be a good one. I've already made 5 plays on the slates and doubled up on one game. We'll get into all that. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, recap of yesterday. One win right, one win wrong in the world of sports betting, and my July run just continues here. It's been a lot of fun. Overall, a 13-3 day yesterday. Let's get into it. Baseball went 11-3, up 6.21 units. Dodgers team total over 4.5, full game over 9.5. The Dodgers get the over by themselves in that one there. San Diego and Toronto, the Padres get the over by themselves there. Giants, team total over and the full game over 10.5. The Giants get the full game over by themselves. Arizona and Atlanta. Arizona gets the team total or the full game over by themselves. So did Atlanta.
Yeah, I was going to say, so did Atlanta.
That game was second inning. That game was on crack last night.
Game of the year.
Yeah, that is 100% game of the year right now.
100%. It was beautiful that Arizona won.
Wild as the Cardinals knocked off the Falcons. I mean, Diamondbacks beat the Braves. Talk about a wild finish. The St. Louis Cardinals team total over 4.5. Never in doubt. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not get the full game over 8.5. That allowed me to kind of split that game out. It is what it is. Because the rest of the day was absolutely awesome. Chicago Cubs team total over, full game over. The Cubs got the full game over by themselves. That's a theme yesterday, where a lot of these teams that took their team totals and the full game over, they got the full game over by themselves. Yep. The Dodgers did, the Giants did, the Diamondbacks did, the Cubs did. So that was fun. Detroit -1. They teased me at the end. They had bases loaded. They brought it all the way back to within 1. They lose though. LA team total over 4.5. Winner, full game over 9 was a loser, though. Was expecting a little bit more out of the Yankees versus lefties, which seemed to be the only pitchers that the Yankees had been hitting heading into yesterday. And Sandoval stifles them for 1 run. Overall, 11-3 in baseball and 2-0 in the WNBA. I had the Lynx team total under 82.5. I had the full game under 170.5. I think Tim, I don't know if you want to touch on it. We're not going to be going over WNBA. I've already posted my WNBA plays. I'm on Cappit now, which is like another site. That's just for me, so that I'm running that by myself at the moment. If you guys want that, it's on my Twitter page. I've already posted for the 11:30 game that's starting in 40 minutes. So there's that. The link to that I don't think is in the description, but it's in the description on my Twitter, and it's in the description of the YouTube videos last night. But yeah, overall a 13-3 day, up 7.21 units, and so far in July, 156, 111, and 16, up 31.29 units so far this month. It's been an absolute killer month so far, and I'm hoping to continue that into today.
Let's do it. Yeah, yesterday, really, really good day. We went 6-2 on the site. I'm really, really happy with that one. I only bet the one WNBA game. I kicking myself that I didn't go and back the home dog because the Phoenix Mercury won outright last night versus the Phoenix Sun. Sorry, not the Phoenix Sun, against the Connecticut Sun. But I was on Atlanta -6. They won by 9. Nice little cover there. I believe that's now 7 in a row for them. So they look good now. One of our 2 losers last night was the Toronto Blue Jays. At least we got the over, so it ended up being a break-even game. It is what it is. I'll touch that game last because I know you mentioned it already, but game of the year. Giants, Reds over the 11, and the Giants hit that by themselves. It was 11-10. So there you go there. I want to quickly bring this up, and I put links in the chat, and I'll continuously put that in throughout the entire show. Make sure you guys check out the Instagram page. I've been posting stuff like this. This was our play of the day from yesterday. Never in doubt. Make sure you guys go check out the Instagram because I know if you go over here, boom, there's a bunch more. Like, I know I did balling out. You guys can go check it out. But here's all the balling out picks for last night's video. Play of the day for today. Maybe a little bit of WNBA. And then, there's the free picks and stuff. But check out the Instagram. Also, you could make sure you guys check out the TikTok as well. We've been posting a bunch of videos. All of our free pick videos are over there as well. Make sure you guys are checking out the links in the description. And check out the Twitter as well. All of those. Is that something I could pin to the top?
What?
No, it's just starring it. I'm gonna actually put that in the thing so that you guys can check out all that stuff. Click on it, and I'll be putting that in the chat throughout the entire stream. So you guys make sure you guys check that out. Anyways, good day yesterday. Oh, and then we lost on the Yankee over. And you know what? I'm all over the place. Arizona money line winner, never in doubt. Totally wasn't a sweaty, crazy ass freaking game. Over 10.5 hit in the second inning. 16-13. What a game. That was a crazy ass game. Game of the year. 29 runs. Let's get it. We'll go ahead and say hi to the chat. Once again, I did put all of this stuff in here. Those are the social medias for Earle Sports Bets. You guys can go ahead and check out between the Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you guys check out those. Hold on, I got to get it right. Shit. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Razor Sharp Picks in the chat. Make sure you guys check him out for some ponies at noon.
I did want to touch on one thing for last night that I forgot to mention. I believe there was almost 200 runs scored last night. The American League East contributed 8. Yankees scored 1. Blue Jays scored 1. Rays scored 3. Orioles scored 3. And the Oakland A's shut out the Boston Red Sox. Thought I'd throw that one out there. The big bad American League East.
Morning, fellas. Nats way over the total. Yeah.
Over the totals.
I liked the under. I expected it to be the Chicago Cubs and Washington Nationals, not the Bears versus the Commies. So that was not fun. Yeah, they scored 17 runs by themselves. Correct. Let's win again today. Let's do it. Friends, what's up, Markel? Is the O's regressing a little?
Yes.
No, they're running into a good Dodger team. No, they're not regressing. Although Wells finally had a bad game. But, hey, that means he could bounce back next game. You had Atlanta Dream -10. They won by 9. That's rough. Goddamn Braves sold a 5-pack and a 3-pack. Well, we were on Arizona yesterday, so, I mean, what are you doing? Morning, crew. Good morning, Fernando. Yeah, your Brewers didn't do anything last night. So, Astros sold a 4-pack. Giants money line. Cubs solo. Cardinals solo. There you go. I kind of like Colorado today. Well, it's part of my thing. Morning, guys. Yeah, Manoah is a disaster. I'll be fading him a lot from now on. Maybe he's taking his walk props too. He had 5 or 6. He has 0 control. Now, I will say, I expected a Alek Manoah season not from Alek Manoah. I expected that from Spencer Strider. But obviously it's completely flipped. Spencer Strider's had the fantastic year. Manoah's had a disaster year. He'll be good. He just has to get it together. Never put the same team on a different ticket. Yeah, no, you shouldn't do that. No. Supness, what's up, Lex? I am your Vaja. That's almost English. Dodgers solo over again. Yep. Them Brewers, yeah. Broad, that Nats, and the under. Oof, that's rough. It was looking good for a while, and then the Cubs decided to open up a can of whoop ass. I'm gonna pull up that. How? When did they start scoring? Oh, they scored 16 of those runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's rough, dude. My spirit brother Mendoza. Salud. Morning, guys. Morning 420. I like the over today in the Orioles game. I agree. I'm on the over in that game as well. You are the fourth Earle. Yes. You are an honorary Earle. 100%. Lex Salud. Austin Powers. Lex Lock. Oh, Padres yesterday. Well, good work on your Padres. The Blue Jays were one of our 2 losers. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and start out some games today, Nick.
Yeah, I did a free pick video for this game last night. Let's get into it. The Cleveland Guardians and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Guardians minus 135 favorites now with a total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. And this one between Savali and Rich Hill. The line opened up at a 125. It's up to a 134, so a 9-cent line movement towards the Guardians in here in this spot. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. So the lines moved down half a run, and the lines moved 9 cents towards the Guardians in this one here. Let's see if the money reflects that here. As we have, there we go. We have 66% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the Guardians in this game. 81% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under. The lines moved down half a run, and the line is moved towards the Guardians. So all that makes sense in this one here. Take a look at Ballpark Pal to see what type of hitting conditions we have in Pittsburgh today. As we have decent hitting conditions, plus 6% runs, minus 7% home runs, but plus 13% doubles, triples, plus 4% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Rich Over the Hill and Aaron Savali. Savali's been decent, 2.64 ERA, 0.91 whip, 7.04 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 2.05 walks per 9, a 2.24 BABIP, a 3.45 FIP, and a 4.49 SIERA. On the flip side, Rich Hill, 6.08 ERA, 1.58 whip, 7.09 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. 4.05 walks per 9, a 3.22 BABIP, a 4.26 FIP, and a 4.98 SIERA. Bullpens are kind of split down the middle, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Guardians here. 83 WRC plus, which is 22nd compared to 66, which is 30th. I already moved on the Guardians last night. I moved on them at minus 128. And I'm going to look to double down on them here. I'm going to grab them first 5 at minus 126, and I got them full game at minus 128. I'd still move on them now. Shop around. You could probably find better than 134. As long as it stays under 140, I'm okay with the Guardians here in this spot. I do think that they take care of business in this spot, and I'm going to be doubling down on them here. Cleveland Guardians, minus 126 first 5, and minus 128 full game. But shop around because I think the best that you can find right now is a 132 on Bookmaker according to Bovada. So,
yeah, and you know me with my juice. I like Cleveland today. I gave them out on Ball and Out. You get a series where Pittsburgh's been outscored 21-1. Normally, I would say, hey, they got blown out the game. No. Stop. They've gotten blown out 2 straight games. I'm not backing them to come back. They were fun in the beginning of the year. Nick, remember when this team was like 10 games over 500?
Yeah.
They're 13 games under now. They're 1-9 in their last 10. This is a team that's losing. Now, am I high on the Guardians? No, not even close. But it's more of a fate of Pittsburgh, who has lost 5 straight games, 9 out of 10, and 12 out of 14. So this is a strict fate of the Pirates. Guardians run line for me.
Look.
Chat.
Yep. Sorry, I was typing in stuff. Where did we leave off? It was there. Nope, it was there. So there. Braves game was great. It was great. Blue Jays win today. I think so.
Yes.
Gold, purple, gold. Wrong. No, I know that's not what you were referencing. You're feeding the over in the Guardians game. If it's the Guardians scoring, I'm totally cool with that. Rich Hill starts don't go under. Pirates under 3.5 runs. Rich Hill starts only go under when the other team doesn't score because the Pirates don't score. I mean, the Pirates. Yeah. Over in Cleveland, Lex, lock number 9. 199 dono from Mr. Lex Seal. We appreciate it. The over in the Cleveland game is what he's saying. The line that's gone from a 9 to an 8.5. I'm a little nervous on that, but all the money is on the under, so it makes sense that the line's moving towards the under. But good luck going a little against the grain there. 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. Yeah. Twitter links there, Instagram links.
I was just posting that there so I could pin it.
Yeah. Rich Hill and the Jack Sparrow bullpen over the moon. There you go. Guardians in the under 9.5. Yep, I'm telling the double up. There we go. Good morning, my guys. Let's cash. Nick's been slacking. What happened to the polls? Well, I ran the polls when I wasn't on the show. Like, that's the way I did things with that.
And I got a pin tweet. I've got a pin post right now. So,
yeah. Guardians. Yes, took the Guardians last night. To put in perspective, Hill's hits allowed is 6.5. Yeah, I do think he gets hit. I'm not with the Blue Jays the rest of the season, and I mean that. I am, because I am invested in the Toronto Blue Jays. I am fully on board with the Blue Jays. They are my long shot to win the World Series. So, or I don't know if you can really call 16-1 a long shot. Can you? It's a decent price, but it's not a long shot. If I was looking in the National League, I'd probably look towards Philadelphia and Milwaukee. If I'm looking at the longer shots, not looking at the favorites, the Dodgers, the Braves, stuff like that. Kind of like I wasn't looking at the Astros or the Rays or stuff like that for those. Braves really screwed me. Also the Spankies. Yeah. Cleveland sends the game over themselves. Yeah. Who bets the Yanks? I don't know. I had the Angels team total over. Let's get into it. We have the Dodgers and the Orioles. The Dodgers looking to break out them brooms here, Tim, against the Orioles, and it's been nice. I'm sorry, it's been nice to see. Because I bet the Blue Jays futures and the first 2 games the Orioles lose, and actually the first 2 games the Rays lose, which I don't want to see the Rays lose. I still have futures on them, but seeing some Orioles regression will be nice. Total of 9 in this game. Let's get into it here. This line opened up at a 140. It's up to a 141 on Bet Online. And let's take a look here. The total opened up at a 9.5. It's down to a 9. A lot of half run drops. I'm taking it easy on overs today. After what happened last night, I bet 1 over, and I don't know how many more I'm going to be betting. Let's get into it here. We have 68% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the Dodgers. The lines move slightly towards the Dodgers. 61% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under, which does make me think that we can see an under in this game, and Urias pitch as well. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here. Oriole Park plus 13% runs, plus 7% home runs, plus 11% doubles, triples, plus 7% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Dean Kramer and Julio Urias. Urias, 4.2 ERA, 0.93 whip, 10.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 2.4 walks per 9, a 263 BABIP, a 222 FIP, and a 3.73 Sierra. On the flip side, Dean Kramer, 4.18 ERA, 1.04 whip, 11.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 2.57 walks per 9, a 210 BABIP, a 5.57 FIP, and a 3.42 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards Los Doyers. 2.32 FIP, 3.20 Sierra compared to 4.61 and 4.34. And the hitting advantage goes towards the Dodgers here, 120 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 110, which is 15th. I've already moved on the full game here. I don't think I'm going to do anything other than just the full game here for this spot for me. I got in last night at $1.39 with the Dodgers. I'm on the Dodgers here on the money line, full game. Nothing crazy here. Just going to ride with the Dodgers to break out the brooms against the little orange birds there.
Little orange birds. I would normally say yes. But I like the over in this game. I'll point that out. Because you got Dean Kramer, who is the biggest over pitcher in baseball. 70.6%, 12-5 to the over this year. There's only 3 guys who have pitched in more over games. And that's Lance Lynn, Joe Ryan, and Spencer Strider. They're 13-6 to the over. That's 68%. Dean Kramer, 70% to the over. So he's been one of your biggest over pitchers. Why am I not betting the Dodgers, though, today? Because Dean Kramer is the most profitable pitcher in baseball. The Orioles are 13-6 when he pitches, up 8.47. By the way, top 5 for that is still Dean Kramer, Tayshaun Walker, Trevor Williams, a guy we'll talk about later, and Austin Gomber, and Alex Cobb. So it's kind of, and not to mention Baltimore Orioles, number 1 most profitable team in baseball, up 16 units. Now, most of that is from road games. They're up 13 plus units on the road and only 2.5 at home. I like the over in this game. I think that the Orioles can get to Julio Urias, who has not been particularly good, although he had a really good game against the Mets in his last start. It's against the Mets. Not really too impressed. Other than that, he still has about a mid-4 ERA. I think Orioles get to him today. I think that the Dodgers probably get to Dean Kramer, one of the biggest over pitchers in baseball. So I'm going to take the over in this one between the Baltimore Orioles and the LA Dodgers.
Look.
You don't like the over, do you?
No, the line's moved down half a run, and I'm treading very lightly on overs today after yesterday.
Okay.
I do have one over bet, but that's it at the moment.
Fair enough. Where did you leave off? Mets race to 2. Justin Verlander versus Touki Toussaint. I'm going to take the over. Dodgers and the over. I like the over. I like the over in this game. Jose Ramirez over 1.5 bases or 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Check his splits versus Hill. That works with me because I got Cleveland. Dodger blue. No, thank you. Lex with another $1.99 dono saying Lex locks number 6. Rich Hill under 17.5 out at plus 105.
I am all for it. I'm all for it. I hope he gets absolutely shelled by the Guardians and we're up 7-0 in the third inning.
I am totally down for that, dude. Money line may be safer, but I still think they cover the run line. If you're going to bet the Dodgers, bet the run line. Get some plus money involved. I would not take a minus 140. That's a little bit too juicy. Kramer gets creamed today. Hope not. O's in a rout. Yes, I'm hoping for that. Dodgers money line. Yes, Dodgers. Sorry, not Dodgers. Rockies. Yes, Rockies. The O's big hitter in the lineup today. Talking Cedric Mullins. That's a great question. Let's go take a look. Do they have a thing out yet? We do not have a lineup yet for the O's. But follow Underdog MLB on Twitter. They always put out all starting lineups. Julio urine is trash. Is poop. Yeah, there you go. Orioles first 5, Dodgers full game. As long as it goes over, I don't really care. Well, that's not true. I want the Orioles to win for my futures, but let's jump into this game, Nick. Speaking about brooms.
Yeah, one that I'm not particularly thrilled to see because ever since I put a big bet on the Astros to win the division, the Rangers have not lost a baseball game. So it'd be nice if the Rays can help me out here because I also have the Rays futures and and anti-Rangers, and Rangers winning these first 2 games are not helpful. Let's get into it here. Tampa Bay and Texas. It's Zach Little versus John Gray. Line opened up at a -118 for the Rangers. It's down to a 114, a 4-cent line movement towards Tampa. This is the first game I've seen move up in total. Open up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5 at -128. Let's get into the cash flow to see if it reflects a line movement towards the Rays and a line movement towards the over in this game here. We do have 72% of the tickets are on the over. I have no cash flow. 55% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the Rays. Granted, there's very little sample size here because this line was just released because Little was just released as a starting pitcher. And I didn't even have him in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to need to type him in here real quick. Zach Littell. Hopefully I spelled that right. Don't think I did. I think it may be Zach with a K. Behind the scenes work of how to work a spreadsheet. There we go.
Litte.
Nope, I got it now. Yeah, I got it. I just spelled Zach wrong. I spelled it with an H instead of a K. Zach Little, 4.63 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, 9.26 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 0.77 walks per 9, a 3.03 BABIP, a 3.71 FIP, and a 3.01 SIERA. I believe it's a bullpen game for the Rays.
Probably, yes. Hold on. Littell goes 1 to 2 innings, correct?
Yep. John Gray on the other side, this is really concerning if you're the Texas Rangers. 6.75 ERA, a 1.70 WHIP, 5.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%, 4.62 walks per 9, a 3.13 BABIP, a 5.73 FIP, and a 5.82 SIERA. He's been bad. He's just been straight up bad. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Texas Rangers in this spot here. 3.06 FIP, 2.78 SIERA compared to 3.54 FIP, 3.25 SIERA. Hitting advantage does go towards the Rangers as well. 126 WRC plus, which is 3rd, compared to 107, which is 13th. So not very good numbers for John Gray here. Looking at Ballpark Pal, let's see. I'm assuming Globe Life Field, yeah, -7%. The roof's closed, probably because it's hot as hell. And in this spot here for me, it's Rays or nothing. And I know I just read off 99% of the cash, but literally this game has less than 10% of the tickets that LA Baltimore does. And I'm looking at the Rays early in this game. If I had it available to me, I would look towards Rays first 3 and first 5. But I like the Rays first 5 a little bit in this game. Let me take a look what that would be here, because I'm looking at getting in and getting out with the Tampa Bay Rays here, because I can see a late game struggle because the offense. One thing I've looked at a little bit. It's one thing with the bullpen advantage. It's another thing with the lineup advantage as well, that you'd want the full game because you want the better hitters for 9 innings. And I think over the 9 innings, we've seen the first 2 games, the Rangers lineup is just better than the Rays right now. Just the lineup is better. So I want to avoid having to get later into these games. I'm going to bet. It's more of a fade of John Gray, I think. I'm going to take the Rays first 5 money line at 106 in this game. I lean a little bit towards that team total over 4.5 as well. But I'm just going to stick with the first 5 innings here at plus 106 with the Tampa Bay Rays.
I like Texas. Texas going for the sweep today against the Rays. Statement series for them. And Texas is kind of putting themselves up there with Tampa Bay and Baltimore now, because Texas is only, 2.5 games back of Tampa for one of the best records in the American League. I know we said that they would struggle come off the rip, and they've won 5 in a row. And the Rays are showing regression. They were not going to win at that crazy-ass rate the entire year. They've lost now 3 straight, and they've lost 10 out of 13. They're 3-10 their last 13 games, which is not a team I want to be backing right now. Texas just looks that much better. And I feel like this is one of those games where, yes, it's a short price. If I'm going after anything, it's Texas. And I'm going to go and take their run line at plus 170. Because this one has it where, for me, I feel like this game's either Rays are going to win outright, or if Texas wins this game, which I think Texas wins this game, it's going to be by 3+. I think that Texas gets to the Tampa Bay bullpen. And I know John Gray hasn't looked good, but I think Texas will score enough. Maybe an over in this game too, Nick. It's gone from 9 to 9.5. So
yeah, I would lean over in that game.
Kind of like the over in this game, but once again, I guess we're taking a little bit carefully with overs today after yesterday's crazy ass day.
I have a feeling if you spammed every under today, you'd probably come out profitable. That's how. That's why if you've seen, I've played no totals so far, other than actually had the over in a couple games. Other than that, really no interest.
There you go. Under 9.5. I don't know if I see that today, but we'll see. Power Rangers, first 5. Go, Power Rangers. Everybody's on the Rangers. Pass. Let's get smash. Gray pitches well at home today. I like it. Like the over in the Texas game a little bit. Yeah. Lost my ass yesterday. Whole $4. I know it's 4 units. I got you. This game's interesting, Nick.
Yeah, we cashed the never in doubter yesterday on this one with the Cardinals. I cashed the team total over.
I think I might go back to them today.
Huh?
I think I might go back to them today.
They're on a little bit of a run.
They are. It's more of a fate of Miami, who's starting to struggle, who is no longer in the playoff picture.
Here. Yeah, let's get into it here. Sandy Alcantara versus Daniel Hudson. Okay,
Dakota Hudson.
Dakota Hudson, my bad. Dakota Hudson. I don't know why I said Daniel Hudson. Dakota Hudson. I read that quick. I just saw D Hudson. Line opened up at 111 for the Cardinals. It's now down to a 101. Line opened up at a minus 120 to the over 8.5. It's now a minus 114. So actually the lines moved towards the Miami Marlins and the lines moved towards the under. In this game, let's see if the money reflects that here. I've got basically no sample size on this game. 85% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Marlins, and that's all I have. I have no total numbers. I have no run line numbers. So this is a fun game that I have absolutely nothing to go off of here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal in this one. Busch Stadium tied for the worst hitting conditions in baseball today. Minus 9% runs, minus 11% home runs, minus 4% double triples, minus 4% singles, 9% overall. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. And I have to type in Dakota Hudson because that was not listed.
Real quick, I wouldn't bother with Dakota Hudson's numbers. He has pitched 4 times for a total of 10 innings. And it's been all in relief.
All right. How many innings has he thrown?
10 innings, 2 earned runs, 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 homer, 1 wild pitch. He hasn't really done much. He threw 2 2/3 against the Yankees, 2 2/3 against Miami, 1 1/3 against the White Sox, and 3 1/3 against the Nationals.
Fair, yeah. And then on the flip side, Alcantara 3.69 ERA, 1.39 WHIP, 7.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 1.99 walks per 9, a 3.35 BABIP, but a 4.29 FIP and a 3.76 ERA. So maybe some positive regression here from Sandy coming. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Marlins. 3.81 FIP, 3.79 SIERA compared to 3.61 FIP, but a 4.12 SIERA for the Cardinals. Hitting advantage. Get this, Tim. Against right-handed pitching, the Cardinals are number 2 in baseball the last 30 days at 131 WRC+. Miami, 17th at 99. I want to back the Cardinals in this game. I really do. Just the market's telling me no because the line's already moved 10 cents in the direction of the Marlins. Even though and some of the bigger bets are coming on the Marlins. Not much of a sample size, but the market's going to keep me off this game, which is fine. I don't need to go crazy because yesterday was a really strong day, so I don't need to push it here. It's a pass for me.
I actually really like the Cardinals. And it's not really okay. It's not really me liking the Cardinals, who are 4-1 since the All-Star break. I'll give them that. It's the Marlins who are 0-5 since the All-Star break. They got swept by Baltimore. Now they're on the verge of getting swept by St. Louis. I think this is a bad spot for Miami. I know Sandy has looked better as of late, and he's still the big name. It's Sandy versus Dakota Hudson, a team that's 9 games over versus a team that's 11 games under. And it's a pick 'em. That just screams poop play, and I'm grabbing it today. I want to load it up. I got it typed up and everything. St. Louis money line, even money.
I won't talk you off of it. It's just not a play I'm betting.
I'm loading it up. I'm taking St. Louis today. It's one of the poop plays, and I actually really, really like it today.
There you go.
4-0. Final in the, I'm guessing, the Rangers game. Cardinals and the over. I like the Cardinals. I don't know about the over, though. Marlins early, Cardinals late, lean, but stay off, maybe first 500. Okay. We'll go to a game that I really like as well.
It's the only over I've bet so far, and I did it on a free pick video last night. High total. Very, very high total. Well, but let's get into it. We have the Houston Astros and the Colorado Rockies. This line has moved dramatically, and it's keeping me off the side in this one. Because I had written down I wanted to back the Astros here, but let's get into it. Line opened up at -170. It's down to a 148 now. So a big line movement towards the Rockies. This line opened up at DraftKings, though, at -145. It's up to 150. So depending on which book you look at, it's either been a big move towards the Rockies or a slight move towards the Astros.
Most of them are big moves towards the Rockies. All the offshore books.
All the offshore books that...
DK is kind of weird. I would use DK for like WNBA and stuff. I would not use it for MLB because some of the offshore books have a lot more accurate numbers.
Yeah. DraftKings opened it up at 12:20 last night when BetOnline had it available $3.49 yesterday. So it's been out longer on BetOnline. So let's take a look at the money, see if that reflects a big line movement towards the Rockies and a move towards the over. Crap. I don't like this. 99% of the cash is on the over, 75% of the tickets. And I'm on the over. I'm not overly confident in that. 23% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the Rockies. So big line movement towards the Rockies. Bigger bets coming in on the Rockies. Kind of no surprise with that one there. And 75% of tickets are on the +1.5. So big bets just coming all over the Rockies here in this spot. Brandon Belak is not somebody I particularly trust. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal. See if, Coors Field, number one in all of baseball. Are we shocked? No. 27% home runs, 30% doubles, triples, plus 10% singles, 34% overall. Austin Gomber and Brandon Belak. Brandon Belak, 3.24 ERA, 1.14 whip, 6.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%. 4.32 walks per nine, a 208 BABIP, but a 4.42 FIP and a 4.89 SIERA. This is one of those spots where both these pitchers kind of check the box of really strong BABIPs, but their SIERAs and FIPs are very questionable. Gomber, 3.68 FIP or ERA, 0.99 whip, 5.83 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%. 0.61 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, but a 4.61 FIP and a 4.35 SIERA. Both pitchers I expect to get hit. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Rockies the last 2 weeks. 3.28 FIP, 4.31 SIERA compared to 6.22 and 4.36 for the Astros. Hitting advantage, massive one towards the Astros as they're smashing left-handed pitching right now. 127 WRC plus, which is number 5, versus the Rockies, who are only 83 WRC plus, which is 25th. It sounds very difficult to try to trust the Rockies to put up runs for the over here, but I got over 12 last night at -115. I expect them to put up runs against Belak, and I expect the Astros to smash Gomber today. I want nothing to do with the side. I guess I would lean Rockies if I had to, but I have no interest in that right now because I feel like you've missed your line. If you wanted the Rockies, you could have gotten 30 cents better yesterday. So with that being said, no interest on the side. I'm on the over 12 in this one.
Real quick, I'll mention this comment from earlier. Is the O's big hitter lineup? I was scrolling through Twitter. Cedric Mullins 10-day IL with a groin strain. So there you go. There's the answer to that one. I'd be down for a double up spot here, Nick. Because one of my favorite plays is the Colorado Rockies. Let's look. They've won 3 out of their last 4. They had a nice little win yesterday, and I know you probably you don't like these stats and everything. Austin Gomber is a profitable pitcher because one of the things I like to look at is how do the teams play behind a certain pitcher. Colorado is 11-8 with Austin Gomber pitching. That is about 33% of the wins for the Colorado Rockies is when Austin Gomber is pitching. Just put that one into perspective. So I do like Austin Gomber. I know his stats are not friendly, 6.19 ERA, but they seem to be winning. And if you look at his last 4 starts, granted they were against the Yankees, Giants, Detroit, and LA, 2 runs apiece. 2 earned runs apiece those games. He's keeping them in, and the Colorado Rockies have won 4 straight games with him pitching. Now, I know you like the over, so I'm willing to do this. We do the over and the Colorado Rockies in a double-up spot here in the Astros-Rockies game. Nick?
I really don't want to back the Rockies. These are games the Astros need to win, is against teams like the Rockies. If they lose this game, I really don't feel like
dead, Nick. The Astros are what, 4.5 back, and they still got a bunch of games against them.
I'm staying off the side. I'm not betting the side. I have no interest in the side.
Okay. Don't let your futures dictate your bets.
I'm not. I just don't want to back the Rockies at this price. I don't think the risk reward is there.
It's still big plus money, but whatever. Go to the chat.
All right. Under 12.5, 12 now. I'm seeing some 12.5s. I've never seen a 12.5 on my book. Houston races 6. You want it to go nuts? Let's get nuts. There you go. I just realized Nick knows summer school. You could have polled them. No. I like the Astros, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockies win again. Yeah, total just dropped to 11.5. I don't know where you're talking because across all the books I actually see a circa hanging at a 12.5. So I don't know where you're seeing 11.5s. Because I'm seeing nothing but 12s and 12.5s across the board here, all over Betstamp. I have no idea where you're seeing an 11.5 at all. I'm on the over. I'm not overly confident. Oh, that should go on a shirt. Why don't you all have shirts yet? I had a hat, 52 TE, and a 10 NE. Okay, yeah, it's Elements. Shirt, yeah. Sports and casino. Okay. We'll head to the last afternoon game. Got a decent amount of afternoon action. 5 games, 5 plays so far. See if we can get involved with this one at all. Boston Red Sox and the Oakland Athletics. The Red Sox minus 210 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get into it here. Brian Bayo and Ken Waldichuk. Line opened up at a minus 225 for the Red Sox. It's now a minus 209. So a 16-cent line movement towards Oakland. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. So another line movement down half a run. We have Brian Bayo, 2.14. Oh, wait, no, my bad. Money. Let's see if the money reflects a move towards the Oakland Athletics and a move towards the The under. Wow. 27% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the Oakland Athletics. Wow. 41% of the tickets, 62% of cash is on the under. So the Athletics and the under taking all the money there in this one. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal in Oakland is the worst on the slate. It's negative 9% like it is every game. Brian Bayo, 2.14 ERA, 0.98 whip, 6.95 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 1.34 walks per nine, a 258 BABIP, a 343 FIP, and a 3.95 SIERA. On the flip side, Waldichuk, 6 ERA, 1.50 whip, 9 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 333 BABIP, a 367 FIP, and a 4.49 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Red Sox here, 3.74 FIP, 3.84 SIERA. On the flip side, 4.52 and a 3.93. Hitting advantage goes towards the Red Sox, 114 WRC plus, which is ninth, compared to 82, which is 26. I feel like this game has a little bit of an underwritten all over here. And I feel like I want to add a couple unders for the early slate here. And I think this is one of them potentially. Lions move towards the under. Not good hitting conditions. Ken Waldichuk, I feel like, can give me 5 good innings. I really like Brian Bayo potentially shut down this Red Sox team. I know I've been betting a ton of overs lately. I'm looking at the first 5 under 4.5 in this spot here in this game.
Yeah, I was kind of looking towards the run line for the Red Sox, especially after yesterday's game where they got shut out. When you get shut out against one of the worst teams in baseball, but the worst team in baseball, that's concerning. How many hits did they get? 5 hits. Okay, at least it wasn't like a 3-hitter or whatever. I think it's a big bounce back game for the Red Sox, who need to bounce back after yesterday's ugly game. And Kellen Waldichuk, I'm not super high on. This one, I know this might be the square play or whatever. I like the Red Sox on the run line. What can I get? What is the line on that one? Maybe not. Never mind. It's up in the 130s. I thought I saw like 120 earlier. Never mind. I do lean Boston, but I can't lay the run line like that anymore.
Fair. Yeah. For the early games, I'm taking the first 5 under 4.5 here, by the way, with Boston and in Oakland. I'm also going to grab the first 5 under 4.5 between St. Louis and Miami. As the other one I was looking at as well. Because I do expect, if I'm being careful on overs today, means I probably should grab some unders, is what that's really saying. So, yeah, I'm on the first 5 under 4.5 for both the Cardinals here, which is minus 110. And I'm on the first 5 under 4.5 at minus 107, Boston and Oakland.
There you
go. I'll just track those, and then I'm going to go post that up. Back to the chat, Tim?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out where you were.
There you go.
Just went. Y'all don't have to believe me though. It doesn't matter to me. Yo. You had the Mercury last night. There you go, Mr. Kryptonite. I wish I jumped on them too. I was stupid not to. Mystics cover 9.5 today. I like it. I'm on the Mystics too. Lex just coming in with the dono after dono after dono. $4.99 from Lex. Nick for the win. Tim, Earle, Tyrellium. Nick, Earle, Neon, TENE 52 and 10. It's not a bad option. Red Sox and the over. I could see that. Joe waking up to see the Mercury came through, made it a good start. I don't know about the Mystics though. I do. I like the Mystics today. Do they have the Amazonian Warrior in the lineup? And the answer is yes, they do. And I know Lex mentioned merch. If anybody's interested, there is ESB merch. I grabbed the link to the store. It's always in the description below. Figured I'd throw that one out there if anybody's interested in some ESB merch. Let's keep on rolling through the games, Nick.
Yeah. I'm just typing.
It's okay.
No
delay.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Phillies minus 155 favorites. Total of 9 in this game. Let's get into it. We are starting the later slate now. You started the 6:40 games. Colin Ray, Christopher Sanchez, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 190. It's down to a 157. A big line movement towards Milwaukee. Line opened up at a 9, minus 120. It's down to a 9, minus 115. Let's take a look at the money here, see if it correlates with the move towards the Brewers and a move towards the under. 75% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under. Interesting. 61% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Brewers. The lines move towards the Brewers in this one here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for this one here between Milwaukee and Philly. Plus 3% runs, plus 13% home runs, minus 8% doubles, triples, plus 2% singles in this one here. Looking at the pitching matchup, Christopher Sanchez and Colin Ray. Colin Ray leaves a little bit to be desired. 4.7 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 5.87 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 1.57 walks per nine, a 243 BABIP, a 476 FIP, and a 4.73 SIERA, compared to Christopher Sanchez, 2.77 ERA, 0.88 WHIP, 7.62 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 1.04 walks per nine, a 221 BABIP, a 4.44 FIP, and a 3.747 SIERA. Bullpen advantage is going towards the Brewers right now, 1.72 FIP compared to and a 2.2 SIERA compared to 4.22 and 4.38. That bullpen has definitely cooled down for Philadelphia. On the flip for hitting advantage goes towards the Brewers in this one, 117 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 95, which is 18th. This is a tough one here because I would like to back the Brewers here in this spot. I think that would be my lean in this one here. But at this price, it's probably just a stay off for me. And it's a lean maybe towards the first 5 under in this one. But probably just a stay off for me. I think my stronger lean is Milwaukee, though.
I kind of want to go after Milwaukee again. I know they didn't pull it off last night, but they were a big dog last night. And I feel like they could still win the series. Right? Do they, or is it just a 2-gamer? Nope, they play again tomorrow. So I kind of like the Brewers in this one. Christopher Sanchez has been good though. I will say that. In his 6 starts, he's allowed 3-1-1-3-0-3. So he's been pitching. He's been a solid enough piece for that rotation. The Phillies team is hot, so I understand why they're a big favorite. But it looks like the line's kind of dropping. Which kind of makes me like the Milwaukee Brewers in this matchup, who coming into this series had won 4 straight games and 6 out of 7, including a practically 5 out of 6 against the team that's second place in their division, kind of burying the Reds for a little bit. I like the Brewers in this matchup. I'm getting some plus money with them. I'll take Milwaukee. I think they're a better on team in the second half.
Yeah, I think the Brewers are an interesting team because I have a feeling their pitching is good enough to win them a playoff series.
It could be. It could very well be, yeah.
I'm telling you, these are the 2 teams. If you're looking for long shots in the National League, like a wild card team that can make a run through the playoffs, it's these 2 teams right here. There would be my 2 picks. It's the Phillies and it's the Brewers. We saw the Phillies do it last year. We could see the Brewers win a series or 2 with this pitching. Corbin Burns and Freddie Peralta in the top of your rotation.
It could be. I think they're just a barely sneak into the playoffs team and then lose in the first round in the wild card. But that's that. Back to the Chanik.
Yup. Where do you leave off?
Great question. Here, start with that comment.
Grabbing Mystics, I suppose. There you go.
By the way, Mystics game has already started. It is currently 14-12 Fever, 4:33 left in the first quarter.
That's not a good start.
What did you grab?
I'm on the over.
That's a great start to the over. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is?
14-12, 4:33 left in the first.
Okay, yeah, I have the first half over 80.5 and the full game over.
No, that's a great start to the over.
Yep, I saw that now. Yep, I got you. I'm going to get some merch. Appreciate it, Lex. Hi, guys. Hello, David Talk.
Hey, Talk.
Cameron saying LOL. Fernando likes the Brewers, but my gut says the Phillies. He likes the over. Listen to your gut. When she's calling to you, listen to your gut. Listen to your
nothing else you can do. Oh, we're gonna
get
live
bet minus 4.5 at plus 115. There for one on those Mystics. We are going to keep an eye on that game now because we have something to sweat here at 11:40 in the morning. It's a beautiful thing. Yankees and Astros and Angels here in this spot. Minus 135 for the Yankees here. Total of 8.5 in this one. Let's get into it. I believe the Angels looking to break out the brooms today. Line opened up at a 135. It's up to a 136. So a 1 penny movement towards the Yankees here in this spot. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's an 8.5 minus 117 now. So it's moved up 7 cents as well. Let's take a look at the market, see if it reflects a 1 penny line movement towards the Yankees and a little bit of a movement towards the over. And of course, I've got basically no sample size on this game. I got 83% of the tickets on the over, no cash flow. I have 59% of the tickets on the Yankees, no cash flow. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Action Network. Let's take a look at the okay, never mind. I take it back because looking at the pitching matchup, I need to type in a pitcher. Angel Stadium, 0%. Runs, 9%. Home runs, minus 13%. Doubles, triples, plus 3% singles. And it's going to be Chase Silseth, your pitcher for the Angels today. And I need to type that in. That is why we have no sample size really for the market in this game, is because the Angels took forever to announce their pitcher. And I don't think I have any numbers on Silseth here. Either that or I spelled this name wrong. Silseth, S-I-L-S. No, I spelled this name right.
You don't have anything because the last time he pitched was on June 2nd, and I wouldn't worry about his numbers because he's a bullpen pitcher.
Yep. Good God. And then on the other side here, Carlos Rendon, 5.23 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, 6.97 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. And then we have 3.48 walks per 9, a 2.07 BABIP, 5.41 FIP, and a 5.14 Sierra for Rendon. So he is somebody, I know he's pitched all of 2 starts?
Rendon, yeah, he's pitched like 2 starts.
But yeah, his numbers are not the greatest. Silseth, we have nothing because he hasn't pitched in the last month. It's going to be a bullpen game, and if it's going to be a bullpen game, this could get out of hand. 6.82 year FIP, 5.42 Sierra is the better bullpen in this game for the Yankees. The Angels I have rated as the worst bullpen the last 2 weeks. 8.58 FIP, 5.65 Sierra. 113 WRC plus for the Angels, which is number 11th in baseball. The only thing that kind of scares me is that the Yankees have 78 WRC plus, which is 28th against righties. They don't hit righties. Is Chase Silseth a lefty, though? He is not. He is a righty. I would like to back an over in this game. I just would have to trust the Yankees to contribute, which the market movement tells me the Yankees do contribute to this over. and that we do get a higher scoring game in this one. I lean over 8.5 in this game, but I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it. But New York, LA over 8.5 is definitely a lean for me at the moment. The lines move that way. It's equal hitting conditions. The bullpens are terrible. Rendon, I really don't trust at this moment until he proves to me he actually is back. Maybe I just don't back him, or maybe we fade him. Rendon has not looked good in a Yankee uniform yet. Only 2 starts, but this is probably one of the better offenses he's faced, because he's faced the Cubs, which can be okay, but not anything special. And who's the other team he faced here? I'm trying to find Mr. Rendon's numbers here. There we go. And he faced Colorado, and it was in Colorado. He gave up 4 runs in Colorado. This is tricky. I kind of want to back the over in this game. And I'm okay with the over in this game because I know I said I want to be careful on overs today. This game went under yesterday. This game was one of those that didn't have 847 runs in it. So I'm going to grab the over here. I'm going to start my late card here with the over 8.5 in the Yankee game, -117.
How about a little bit of a double up?
Angels and over.
Angels in the over. I still can't trust Carlos Rendon yet. It's just not something I'm interested in doing. They have lost both starts that he's pitched, although he hasn't pitched horribly. He just hasn't been all that good. And I feel like this is an Angels team that can score. Going for the sweep. They've won 3 out of 4. They've won 3 out of their last 4. And the Angels are in a little bit of a weird spot because I feel like they want to start winning a little bit so that they have
a reason to keep Shohei.
That's a reason to keep Shohei. But
it'd be stupid to do that.
They would be very stupid to do that, but that's not the point. I like the over and the Angels. I think there's a good double up spot for it.
Yeah, over 8.5 -117 for me.
That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and load both those up.
Let's take a look here. Verlander is going to have a good game. I got him 2.5 runs unearned at -120. There you go. Grab Mystics money line -120. You can get him for +115 right now, down 6 points. 24-18 with 1:40 to go in the first. Looking very good there at the moment. Cleveland line weird. Is it? It's moved towards Cleveland, so I don't think it is. Go. Question, answer. Saying, hey, D-Talk, you taking my lines. Cleveland line is fishy. I agree, Lex. I like Cleveland, though. Yeah, me too. Cleveland. Angels in the over 8.5. Yeah. Twins jinx, bullpen pitcher that wasn't rehearsed. Huh? Yankees cannot hit. Babe Ruth could pitch for them, and they'd lose. My Yankees are a disgrace. Babe Ruth can pitch them today, and they'd get crushed because Babe Ruth would get crushed for 20 runs in one inning because the way he pitches compared to the way pitchers pitch now would get absolutely clobbered.
Yeah, he would throw batting practice.
He'd throw batting practice. It's exactly what he would do. The safest way to approach this game, Ohtani run, hit, RBI over 1.5. Yeah, because when he puts another one out of the ballpark, it's going to happen. Head on to the next game, and I have doubled up here on the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's get into it here. We have the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. I stayed off the Blue Jays yesterday. I was so close to pulling the trigger on the Padres. I really was. I don't know why I didn't. Let's get into it here. Line opened up at a -110 for the Blue Jays. It's up to a 117. And the line opened up at a -110 for the over 9. It's now a +103, a 13-cent line movement towards the under in this game, telling me the books think Berrios pitches well. Let's see if the market agrees with the books here, as we have 82% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the under. That backs it up. 62% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Blue Jays, and the line has moved towards the Blue Jays here in this spot. Now, I'm looking to back the Blue Jays going forward. I said this out of the All-Star break. The Blue Jays are a bet-on team for me going forward. I grabbed them to win the division. I grabbed them to win the pennant. I grabbed them to win the World Series. Going to Ballpark Pal, minus 5% runs here at Rogers Center, plus 4% home runs, plus 4% double triples, minus 10% singles. So not good hitters conditions in Rogers Center today. I believe the roof is going to be closed. We got Jose Berrios versus Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish, 4.24 ERA, 1.53 whip, 10.106 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 3.71 walks per nine, a 383 BABIP, but a 3.23 FIP and a 3.79 SIERA, which actually suggests maybe some positive progression here for Yu Darvish. On the road, though, very untrustworthy. Berrios, 3.81 ERA, 1.13 whip, 9.53 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.53 walks per nine, a 297 BABIP, a 4.2 FIP, and a 3.53 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Blue Jays here. 2.25 FIP, 2.92 SIERA compared to 5.24 FIP and a 4.67 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Padres here, 115 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to the Blue Jays, 107, which is 14th. Now, when we look at it here, I believe both these pitchers are victims of big home road splits because I know Yu Darvish for a fact is one of them. Let's take a look real quick. At home, a 3.83 ERA, on the road, a 5.52 ERA, and about the same amount of innings, 47 innings at home, 44 on the road. Berrios, I believe, is very similar as well, where he does pitch about an 1 ERA better at home than he does on the road. 2.83 ERA at home for Berrios, 3.84 on the road. I've doubled up on the Blue Jays here. The first 5 in the full game were both minus 120. I got involved on both of them here. I'm on the Blue Jays. First 5, minus 120. Full game, minus 120 as well.
Yeah. I feel like this is another double up spot. Toronto in the over. I know
don't like the over. I don't like.
You don't like the over.
No,
I like Toronto in general. I know they lost last night. They got torched last night. They've still won 8 out of 10. And they've looked good so far in the second half. And you're against Yu Darvish, who has not been good on the road. You look at his home road splits: 3.83 ERA at home. All right, that's solid. 5.52 on the road. So if you're going to back him, it's got to be on the road. It's got to be at home. If you're going to fade him on the road. Jose Berrios, same deal. He's got a 2.83 ERA at home compared to a 3.84 on the road. So Berrios, solid at home, bad on the road, but he's been good lately in general. You look at his last couple of games: 1 earned run versus the White Sox, 0 against the White Sox. 1 against Arizona, none against the White Sox in his last 2 starts. So he's looked good so far in the month of July. And I'm going to end up getting burned by him probably again, and because this team is annoying. But give me the Blue Jays and got them at minus 115.
I think the Jays are bet on going forward. Untouchable saying good morning. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Going all in on cream. Orioles first 5 money line, full game, reverse run line, and leading over. All right, I'm on the opposite way there. I'm on the Dodger full game.
I like it. Untouchable.
Nats first 5 and the under. We have not gotten to that game yet. We got a couple games before we get to the Nats there. Wings spread in the over. I did not get to the late game. I only got to the early game.
Yes, here. I like the Wings. Yes.
I just got the Mystics at even money. There you go. Under 9.5 Blue Jays. I do lean under in that game. But no play there on the total. How about this game last night? That was crazy. But really not surprising. I think the Reds are going to be part of a lot of those games going forward because their pitching's just bad. San Francisco Giants and the Cincinnati Reds. It's about a pick 'em here. Total 10.5. And there's one. Ross Stripling and Graham Ashcraft is your pitching matchup here. The Reds opened up at a plus 115. It's now a minus 105. A 20-cent line movement towards Cincinnati here. Line opened up at an 11. It's down to a 10.5. This is one of those crazy games that I think we can potentially see a lower scoring potentially there. The line went from an 11 to a 10.5. So the lines moved down in this one here. Let's see if the markets reflect a move towards the Reds and a move towards the under in this one here. We have 85% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the over in this game, and the lines move down half a run. That's interesting. And then we have 68% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the Reds, and the lines move towards the Reds. That one makes sense here. This line movement tells me Grant Ashcraft pitches well. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal, which we know is going to be very favorable for hitting. 16%, not as high as usual. Plus 32% home runs, plus 4% double triples, plus 1% singles, 16% overall. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Grant Ashcraft and Ross Stripling. We have Ross Stripling, 3.38 ERA, 1.05 whip, 9.45 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 0.68 walks per nine, a 3.14 BABIP, but a 3.36 FIP and a 3.21 Sierra. Tells me Stripling pitches well. Graham Ashcraft, 3.57 ERA, 1.41, Stripling pitches well, 1.41 FIP, whip, 5.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 2.78 walks per nine, a 92 BABIP, a 5.62 FIP, and a 5.08 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants here. 3.46 FIP and a 4.11 Sierra compared to the Reds, 3.79 and 3.48. Hitting advantage goes towards the Reds here, 106 WRC plus, which is 15, compared to 79, which is 27. Now we've seen Ashcraft make some strides forward here. He was terrible to start the year. His last few starts, I believe, were pretty good.
Yes.
He faced Milwaukee. He gave up one earned run. He's given up one earned run in 3 starts in a row. So his pitching, he's actually gotten much better as of late. And I believe part of his numbers that are really bad is the fact that his game against the Braves is still on the record there, where he went 4 innings, gave up 6 earned runs on 10 hits. I think he's able to handle this Giants rotation a little, or this Giants lineup a little bit here, which is really struggling as of late. And they can, obviously they put up 11 runs yesterday, but I think that we see a lower scoring game here for this spot. And after a really, and I can care less what happened yesterday. I know I said I'm going to take it easy on overs because of that. I can get a 5.5 for a first 5 here. I'm grabbing the under 5.5, first 5. I still don't trust the Reds bullpen for a full game under. That's not going to happen. I don't trust any bullpens for a full game under. But I'll take the first 5 under 5.5 at minus 105 in this spot. Expecting Ashcraft to pitch better and Ross Stripling to look pretty good here too as well.
This one's going to be very similar to a game that we'll talk about in a little bit. I like the under. Just because we saw yesterday's game. And this is probably, well, I've already mentioned this on Game Time. Not on Game Time. I'm balling out. And about the other game that I'll talk about. It's one of my pods. This is a spot that you just saw them play a game and a half yesterday. The second game had 21 runs, which is just insane. And I think this total.
And it wasn't even the highest scoring game yesterday.
It was not. No, it wasn't even.
That's
silly.
No.
No. It definitely silly. I like the under in this game. I'll ride with the under with you. Under the 10.5 full game, just because I just see runs. I don't see runs. I think Ashcraft's able to do it, and it's you said it was Logan Webb.
Yeah.
Of course, my coverage.
No, it's not Logan Webb. It's Ross Stripling.
Ross Stripling, thank you. 2 pitchers that I think could definitely slow down the offenses. Yeah, I'm going to take the under in this one, under 10.5. It may not seem like the fun play, but there's going to be a lot of unders today after a lot of overs.
It's going to be very sweaty the full game.
Oh, 100%.
That
well, no, Nick, no, it won't. This game is going to finish either like 2-1, or it's going to be another one of those 9-8 games, and we'll know within the 4th inning that the play is dead.
Good point. Yeah. But yeah, that if it does get, I think if it does get close, it'll be very nerve-wracking with that Cincy bullpen. Personally.
Back to the chat.
Yep. Let me click back on to StreamYard here. So I went and typed that into my, what do you call it? I see your plus 100, and I'll take them again at plus 110. They're talking about the Mystics, which are currently down 1.28 to 27 with 6:54 to go. Joe, I thought it was the Fever money line no matter what. Yeah, very true, unless it's the Mystics. I'm playing the over, even though the Mystics are a heavy under team. I am on the over right now. I'm on the over 158. Mystics, dang, minus 200 now. Well, they're now minus 125. Ooh-wee. Reds in the under 10.5. I could see it. Reds first 5, not trusting the full game. Nope, I do not trust that bullpen. I understand being careful with over, but the over yesterday were the NFL underscores. Yeah. Let's not talk about the Cubs, Athletics, Mets, Giants, etc. Yep. Fair enough. Let's talk about the Mets, though. The Mets are minus 205 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, as we have Verlander and Touki Toussaint. Line opened up last night. Come on, click. There we go. Line opened up at a 205. It is still a 205. It did go up to a 214 at one point. It's come back. Opened up at 8.5. It's now a 9. So the line's moved up half a run. So maybe the book's expecting Touki to be a little vulnerable here. Let's take a look at the market to see if it agrees with the over move here. 26% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the over. So the bigger bets are on the under. The more tickets are on the under, the bigger bets are on the over. The line's moved slightly towards the over. The line's moved up half a run. 35% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the White Sox. And the books are showing no fear towards that. 78% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Mets run line, though. So that's where all the Mets money is coming in, is on the run line. And that's what the tricky part is with these big favorites, is that. And I don't mind an over in this game. This is one where it was 12-11 last night, but we know the Mets bullpen is not good. Yep. Let's take a look. Citi Field, though, not great hitting conditions. Minus 6%, plus 1% home runs, minus 7% double triples, minus 6% singles. So not the greatest of hitting conditions in this weather, but we have Touki Toussaint, which I think can absolutely get hit. 3.1 ERA, a 1.23 whip, 8.85 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 5.75 walks per 9. So maybe Brandon Nimmo over half a walk today. 234 BABIP, 417 FIP, and a 4.62 Sierra. On the flip side, Verlander's looked better as of late, but his numbers suggest that maybe he's being a little lucky. 2.7 ERA, 1.23 whip, 7.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 3.6 walks per 9, a 273 BABIP, 342 FIP, but a 4.93 Sierra. That's a little high there. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox here, 4.12 FIP, 3.56 Sierra compared to 4.09 and 4.7. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mets here, 113 WRC plus, which is 10th compared to 92, which is 21st. So it is going to be relying on the White Sox to put up some runs here for this over, which does make me a little bit nervous. But I think against the Mets bullpen, they could do it. The line's moving towards the over. The bigger bets are on the sharp. It looks like the sharp money is on the over in this game. I'm interested in the over in this spot, and I'm interested maybe in a Mets team total against Touki here. Mets team total is a 5.5. Never mind on that one, but I will take the full game over 9 here in this spot.
How about a little bit of a double up?
Mets run line in the over.
Yes. I feel like this is a series that the Mets have to take. Like they need to sweep this series. They go up against Touki Toussaint today. And then they get to go up against Michael Kopech tomorrow, which is against Jose Quintana, which we'll see. We'll see with that one. I think Verlander takes care of business. This is the one worry is, will the White Sox score enough runs? But once Verlander goes after 6 innings, the bullpen comes in, and you just saw a bunch of guys get taxed in that bullpen yesterday. I think we're going to get
on both sides, because the White Sox threw over 200 pitches yesterday.
Yeah. And I feel like the Mets can hit against Tukey. I'll double up on the spot. Over Mets run line. I believe you can get the Mets run line like minus 101 tonight. Mets should smash Tukey's Tucson.
Yeah, I'm on board with that one there. The over 9 at minus 105 for me in this one. I lean towards taking the Mets too. I don't want to lay a run line with the Mets though. That's just not something I'm particularly interested in. But it wouldn't surprise me to see the Mets win this game 8-3, something along the lines of that. But there was one pitcher that y'all spoke of earlier, and both of you said that he was a bullpen at the same time. Oh, okay. Chase Silseth, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm used to the Mets or the Yankees being bad, but not both at the same time. Yeah. Mets in the under 9.5 or under 9. Yeah. White Sox in the under 9. Okay. So you're just completely fading. No surprise there. Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one here. What a game this was last night. The Braves minus 215 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. This line opened up at a minus 205. It's up to a 218, so a 13-cent line movement towards Atlanta here. Line opened up at a 10. It's down to a minus 1. Opened up at a 10 minus 115. Now it's a 10 minus 110. So a 5-cent line movement towards the under, a 13-cent line movement towards the Braves. And let's take a look at the line history in this one here, or the cash flow. Diamondbacks, big money on the Diamondbacks, but when they're minus 210 involved, it's kind of tricky. 28% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, but who's going to be laying minus 215 right now? 82% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Braves. So actually some sharp money coming in on the Diamondbacks here as well. But yet the lines move towards the Braves. So the books are showing no fear towards this. 29% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move 5 cents. So big bets on the under, big bets on the Diamondbacks. The only thing that the books are really showing some fear on is that under. They moved it 5 cents, but they're showing no fear towards the money on the Diamondbacks at all. And let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here for Truist Park plus 1%, runs plus 2%. Home runs minus 1%, double triples plus 1% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup in this spot here, we have where is it? We have Ryan Nelson and Charlie Morton. Nelson 4.18 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 7.07 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 0.96 walks per 9, 291 BABIP, but a 4.46 FIP and a 4.40 SIERA. Somebody I have looked at maybe for a little bit of regression. Morton's been good. 2.17 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 9.31 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 3.1 walks per 9, a 292 BABIP, a 3.35 FIP, and a 3.82 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Braves here, 2.68 FIP, 3.52 SIERA, compared to 4.83 FIP and a 4.38 SIERA. 138 WRC plus, which is number 1 against righties for the Braves, 93 for the Diamondbacks, which is 20th. I'm looking at the Braves here in a bounce back spot in this one, and maybe looking to double down on Atlanta here in this game. They have the pitching advantage, they have the hitting advantage, they have the bullpen advantage. The line's moving in their favor. I can't double down on them here because it's minus 150 for the first 5 run line, and I'm just not going to lay that type of juice. But I will grab the run line here at minus 118. I look for them to come back, take care of business here against the Diamondbacks. Yesterday, the line moved heavily towards the D-backs. Today, it's moving heavily towards it's moved decently towards the Braves. So I'm on the Braves run line. And this over is just slipping away because they choose to score 16 points in 7.5 minutes in the second quarter. So that first half under is a loser. Wonderful.
Yikes.
Yeah. The line's dropped all the way to a 151.5 live line. God. Anyway. Frustrating. That game was looking great.
How about a play of the day? Over on the Instagram, if you guys are interested in that, that's in the pinned tweet, the pinned comment. I put this up earlier today. We're going with the under in the Arizona and Atlanta game as our best, or as the play of the day for the Instagram. If you guys missed yesterday's, it was this, where we hit a nice little plus 145. Today, it is the under in the Arizona and Atlanta game. You just saw 29 runs in yesterday's game. There's no way this game doesn't go over 2. These two teams just went off. Yeah, under 10 is my personal favorite play of the day. If I was playing one play the entire day, this is the only one I would play. Charlie Morton. I know a lot of people look at Charlie Morton. He's actually been solid. And especially, he's a little bit better on the road, but Charlie Morton's been solid lately. 1 earned run in his last 3 starts, and that's against Miami and Tampa Bay, and then Chicago White Sox. But Morton's been really solid. And then Reed Nelson, he's, besides the one bad game against the Mets, has allowed 1 earned run in the last 3 starts. He's actually looked quite solid too. Give me the under as the Instagram play of the day, linked in the pinned tweet if you guys, pinned comment if you guys are interested in following the Instagram. Play of the day, under the 10, Nick.
Good luck.
Braves got spanked as minus 210 faves yesterday. I wouldn't call it spanked because that was a little bit. That was a close game. That's another over 16-13. I don't and that's over. Yeah, yeah. I have no fear. I have fear not touching this one with a double shot of tequila. That's fair. Diamondbacks. I'm not going to touch the Diamondbacks today. We'll go to this game, Nick, which we just saw the Bears beat the Commies 17-3 yesterday. Oh shoot, this is baseball.
Yeah, this is baseball. Chicago Cubs are 160 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's get into it here. We have Trevor Williams and Kyle Hendricks. Line opened up at 165. It's down to a 160. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5. So it has moved up half a run in this game. So a half run line movement towards the over and a 5-cent line movement towards the Natties in this game here. Let's take a look at the money correlates to a move towards Washington and a move towards the over in this one here. We have 53% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Washington Nationals, which makes sense. 68% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the over, and that makes sense there. And the market's showing concern for that. I'm fine with those type of numbers when the market's showing concern, moving it up half a run, moving it 5 cents, moving it whatever. That's a good enough line movement for me here in this one. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here, see what we got for this one, which we have Wrigley Field minus 8% runs today, minus 9%. Home runs minus 3%, doubles, triples minus 3%, singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here leaves a lot to be desired. 4.18 ERA, 1.44 WHIP for Williams here the last 30 days. 7.23 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 2.66 walks per 9, a 3.06 BABIP, a 5.44 FIP, and a 4.65 SIERA. On the other side, Kyle Hendricks, he's one of those pitchers that has a green BABIP, but not very good advanced stats here. 4.25 ERA, 1.15 WHIP, 6.37 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 1.21 walks per nine, a 256 BABIP, a 544 FIP, and a 4.37 Sierra. So a good BABIP, but his Sierra tells me that he should be getting hit harder. Both these bullpens are terrible. 5.73 FIP, 4.29 Sierra for Hendricks, and the for Cubs, and 6.01 and 4.92 for the Nationals. Hitting is slightly below average, 94 WRC plus, which is 19th compared to 91st, which is 22nd. I want to back the Nationals in this game a little bit. I think the Natties are worth a look, and I like the over a little bit as well in this game. And I know we just saw 20 runs last night. I think this game goes over again. The line's moved up towards the over. Money's coming in on the over. I like the Nationals team total over. It's a 3.5. Ooh, that's a little juicy. At 146. I want to back the Nationals in some way, shape, or form in this game, and maybe it's just playing the Nationals first 5 and moving on, and keeping off this over, which is what I'm going to do here. Washington Nationals first 5 money line at plus 135 is where I'm going to go for this one here. No over in this game, just the Natties first 5.
I'll be honest, I didn't really look at this game all that much because for a while it was TBD for the Nationals pitcher. It's still TBD according to MLB. Who do you have as
Williams?
Trevor Williams. Oh, okay. Well, Trevor Williams is one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball, so I like to hear that. I believe he's number 3 on that list, only behind Mr. Dean Kramer, who's pitching today, and who else is up there? Tajon Walker, and then it's for Williams. So, yeah, actually, let's roll with it, especially after a 17-3 game. I'll jump on that with you. I didn't know who the pitcher was. Trevor Williams, easy. Because another thing I like to look at, especially for the bad teams. So that's why I like Austin Gomer, because the Colorado Rockies win about a third of the time. A third of their wins is with Gomer. The Nationals are 10-9 with Williams as pitching, which is about a little bit more than 25% of their wins is with Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams pitching. I'm gonna roll with it. I really do like Trevor Williams, and I'll grab that with you. I'm gonna go Natties. We'll grab some Natties on the money line. This one was one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball.
There you go. Talk about the over at the Cubs. Yeah, yesterday. There was 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing in yesterday, and wow, somebody pissed in the. Yeah. Which teams will punch after getting punched? It's a great question. Interesting. Little alert here that the Dodgers-Orioles game will be delayed Wednesday due to grounds crews leaving the infield uncovered overnight.
Someone's getting in trouble.
Somebody's getting fired. Yeah, Cubs in the over 9.5. I'm on the Natties early. Kind of like the over again. I kind of lean that way as well. We got 2 games remaining. We have the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. Wow, the Tigers screwed me last night, but overall, good night. 145 favorites are the Tigers. Total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. We have Rodriguez and Yarborough. Line opened up at 145. It's still a 145. Line opened up at an 8. It's up to an 8.5. So it's moved up half a run, and there's been no line movement on the side. Let's take a look at the line movement, see if it receives an over. It does. We have 69% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over. Lines moved that way. We have 88% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Tigers. They're showing no fear towards that whatsoever, and the line has not moved. 12% of the tickets, 40% of the cash on the Royals. So big bets coming in on the Royals here in this spot. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal, see what type of conditions we have, see if Kaufman produces some offense today. 19%, or my bad, 10% runs, but negative 19% home runs. Kaufman's never a home run stadium, though, feels like. Plus 13% doubles, triples, plus 15% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Rodriguez has pitched, I think, twice since returning. He has a 7 ERA, 1.22 whip, 14 strikeouts per nine, which is 36%, 2 walks per nine, a 350 BABIP, but a 406 FIP on a 2.7 SIERA. He should be pitching better. On the other side, Ryan Yarbrough, 1.5 ERA, 1.17 whip, 7.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 1.5 walks per nine, a 333 BABIP, but a 2.12 FIP and a 3.81 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Tigers here. 3.82 FIP, 3.89 SIERA compared to 5.45 FIP and a 5.06 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Tigers here. 85 WRC plus, which is 21st compared to 81, which is 24th. I kind of feel like I want to take the Royals early in this game. An early Royals money line or first 5 money line or something like that. Yarbrough has not been bad. I need to take a look at what his game logs look like because his numbers overall the last month have looked good. And he has been pitching deeper into games. Wow, he's actually been pretty good this year. He's in his last 2 starts, he's faced Cleveland and Oakland, but he gave up 1 earned run in 6 innings pitched and 1 earned run in 5 2/3 innings pitched. I think he can come out here and give me 5 solid innings. He gave up 5 earned runs on 5 hits and 3 2/3 against the Orioles previous to that. But, I mean, he's pitched not bad this year. Ryan Yarbrough, he was a bullpen piece earlier in the year, but he's become more of a stretched-out starter here. And I think Ryan Yarbrough is worth a shot here, taking a shot with the first 5 Royals in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some KC early in this one. KC first 5 money line at plus 128.
Man, it's nice to not have to worry about certain games. This is
I don't want him full game though.
I want completely to stay away from this game. It's 2 AL Central teams that are combined. What is it now? 70 and 120. I don't want anything to do with this game. It's the Tigers on the road as a favorite. Gross. No, this one's a complete stay away from me. I'm going to, instead of looking at this game a lot, I'm finishing up another post I'm going to put on IG because I got a dinger of the day.
A dinger of the day.
A dinger of the day.
What game would that be in?
Oh, if I said it, it would give it away. I'll show it off in a minute. Hold on.
All right, I'll head back to the chat, and then we have one more game left. Los Tigres, halftime double down. Yeah, halftime. And the live line is a 152.5. That sucks. Yeah, I did not get that first half over. I needed 80.5, and it finished at 75. Fun.
Yeah.
Over 8.5. Sure. Kryptonite, what's been good? Everyone is admin here except me. Shaking my head. It's not like I'm drinking or working every show. Wait. I didn't say
shoot.
That.
He's not? Wow. Whoops.
Wow. Good job, Tim. Final game of the day. We have the Seattle Mariners and the Minnesota Twins. Mariners minus 145 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's get into it here. As we have Kenta Maeda and Luis Castillo, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at 150 for the Mariners. It's down to a minus 143. Line opened up at a 7. It's up to a 7.5. So a line movement towards the over and a line movement towards the Twins, telling me they think Luis Castillo is vulnerable here. Let's take a look here. We have 84% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the over, 70% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Twins in this game here. The line has definitely moved towards the Twins, though, and it's moved towards the over. So the markets are responding. I don't like that it's 84% of the tickets and only 67% of the cash on the over, which is probably going to keep me off the over. But let's take a look at Ballpark Pal, because I don't think T-Mobile Park is quite the most hitters-friendly ballpark. Minus 1%. Plus 1% home runs, minus 5% doubles, triples, plus 1% singles. And the pitching matchup here, Kenta Maeda and Luis Castillo. Maeda, 2.7 ERA, 1.20 whip, 12.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 33%, 4.05 walks per nine, a 3.18 BABIP, but a 2.58 FIP, and a 3.56 ERA, suggesting positive regression. On the flip side, Luis Castillo, the opposite, 3.6 ERA, 1.07 whip, 7.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 1.5 walks per 9, a 221 BABIP, a 565 FIP, and a 4.33 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners in this game. 3.25 FIP, 2.31 Sierra compared to 4.66 FIP and 3.95 Sierra for the Twinnies. 114 WRC plus for the Twins, which is 9th against righties compared to 103, which is 16th against the Mariners. I like the Twins in this matchup. I like the Twins early in this game. I want to fade Luis Castillo. I know a lot of people like Luis Castillo. I don't think he's very good. I think he's an average pitcher that's getting priced like an elite pitcher, and he's just not that. I'm on the Twinnies here. First 5 money line plus 130. I see some value here with this underdog. I noticed I got a lot of underdogs today. But yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with some barking dogs today.
How about instead of looking at the aside, because I can't back Kenta Maeda, how about we look at a total instead? I like the over. I think you see some runs. You get Kenta Maeda, who's got a 5.5 ERA in his 8 starts. Granted, good chunk of that is freaking against the Yankees, that one game in April. But since coming back, 0, 2, 1, and 3. But this is a Seattle team I think that can hit. And once again, you don't like Luis Castillo. Although I know I have Cy Young tickets on Luis Castillo. But the Seattle Mariners have won 3 out of his last 4 starts. But he has looked good. He's got a 2.96 ERA. So he has been good this year. But I kind of like the over in this game. You've seen the first 2 games go over in this series. In a series where 2 teams that are not big hitting teams, we've seen a couple overs. Kind of lean over in this game between the Twins and the Mariners.
Yep. I'm also adding Twins team total over 3.5. Get this, plus 104. Plus 104. Twins team total over 3.5 today.
I'm going to load up the over in general.
That is way too good for me to pass up.
I'm gonna load up the over.
But that is every game here. Waking up, making money. Lex Steele, what's up, homie? You can go Mystics. Yeah. What's good, bros? Jeez. Lex Steele with another dono today. We appreciate it, Lex. We appreciate it for sure there. The $9.99 dono from Mr. Lex Steele. Dinger of the day. There you go. Ooh, elites in the chat. Yeah. Kenta Maeda, more like Kenta Yoreda.
That was close enough.
Under 8.5, over 7.5. All right. People still backing Castillo right now. Hasn't he been awful in recent starts? He's not been great. Kind of like the Mariners, but I'm off this maybe. Yeah. I just think he's an overpriced pitcher. But that is everything for today's slate, Tim. You know what that means. It's time.
Before we do that, I'll bring up the dinger of the day. Do you want to take a guess of it before I bring it up?
Is it an early game or is it a late game?
Late game.
Late game. I think it's a Blue Jay.
It is not.
I don't know that.
Francisco Alvarez plus 550. Leads the league in home runs for catchers, and he's tied for rookies. He has been insane over the past couple of months since they brought him up. Francisco Alvarez is him. I think he hits another dinger today, plus 550 for it. And he gets to go up against Tuki Toussaint. So, yeah, sign me up for some Francisco Alvarez today. Plus 550, dinger of the day. Let's get it.
Love it.
I'm enjoying making these Instagram posts. It's kind of fun.
There you go. All right, but that is everything for today. You know what that means? It is time for
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website, all linked down below. Check the pinned comment. That has the Twitter, the Instagram, and the TikTok. Instagram just hit 100 followers, by the way, so that's kind of cool. And I believe with TikTok, we're like 14 followers off of 1,100. Yeah, we're up at 1086 for TikTok, so make sure you guys check out that as well. All of the free pick videos from the YouTube channel is over on Instagram and is over on the TikTok, so make sure you guys check out all of that. Really going to start to push those platforms out a little bit more. Along with Twitter, I'm posting all the Instagram posts on Twitter as well, so make sure you guys check out all of the socials so that we can keep building the Earle Army. Is that what we do? I don't know. Then check out SeatGeek, concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs, ESB at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. The Guardians game has already started. Oh no, sorry, it's a warm up right now. I got the run line for that one. I like the over in the Baltimore game. I like Texas to finish the sweep. One of the poop plays today is the Cardinals on the money line. I really like Colorado. I kind of lean Milwaukee over in the Angels money line. I like Toronto today. I like the under in the Giants game. I like the over in the Mets run line in the Mets game. I like the under as the play of the day, Instagram play of the day in that Atlanta Braves Arizona Diamondbacks game. Taking one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball with Williams and the Nationals. And then we're going over in Minnesota and Seattle. Nick?
Yeah, I got a decent card today. I'm on the Guardians first 5 money line plus or minus 126, full game minus 128. Dodgers money line, Rays first 5 under in Miami, St. Louis, Houston, Colorado over 12. Boston, Oakland first 5 under 4.5. Jays first 5, Jays full game. Angels, Yankees over 8.5. Giants, Reds first 5 under 5.5. Yeah, Mets and White Sox over 9. Braves run line. Natties first 5. Royals first 5. Twinnies first 5. And Twins team total over 3.5 at plus 104.
There you go. Kind of feel Mariners are off. Maybe. Singer of the day? Is that something new? Is that a home run? Dinger of the day. Dinger. Did I type in singer? No, I typed in dinger. Dinger of the day. It's a home run for Francisco Alvarez. What's the IG? It's in the pinned comment, or I just put it in the chat again. So you guys can check out Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Check them all out. The Earle Army. Shit got real. Let's get it. Today, good luck tonight, everyone. And let's get this. Let's do it. Yeah, and here is the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm going to be annoying about it. I'm going to really start pushing it out, though. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another ESP show. We'll see you guys then, 10:30 a.m.